Hi guys, welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Oh, you look at this scruff. Welcome. The sun's going down. It's a beautiful day today. Many amazing things happened today. One of the amazing things happened is my very last, at this moment, collection of Moldavite trios, Moldavite, Herkimer and Tektite. They've just arrived and I'm working on them for another maybe 4 or 5 hours. And then they should be on the website. Well, we'll probably put them on the website now, but then tomorrow they should be ready. Maybe you do a little bit more meditation through the night. So I'm very proud of them. There's a few more that came than I imagined, another 10 more. So hopefully the people who are waiting for them, I hope you all know now and get ready for them to be on the website. Something special happened today. And I want to share the story with you because I know you sometimes enjoy the stories, and I enjoy telling them because they touch my heart and they mean so much to me. And yeah, so get your feet up, go and get your cocoa. Okay, so I was once asked to go to Bali to do a retreat with Bettina and Ajahn, and it was a very exciting period of my life because travel was becoming more evident, and people were calling me to go here and there, and I was really excited about that. The chance to go to Bali was a dream for me, so yeah, you can imagine the butterflies. So we arranged to do a retreat, and it was really successful. It filled up very quickly, and we did the retreat and came back, and we decided to do another retreat. I don't know how many retreats we did altogether, maybe 15 or 20 or even 30, I don't know, but between Spain and Bali we did lots of retreats. Anyway, the final retreat, as I wrote in my book, was a night, and I can tell you this now because the book came out a while ago and a lot of you already know the story. I probably got myself into a place where I wasn't very comfortable with the fact that there was so many people at this retreat. We already kind of made the decision prior that we would go a little bit slower and maybe make it a while before we ever did another retreat. So we were kind of coming to the end of, we've really kind of done a lot and we need a break. A bit like singers really, when they come together and then they say, you know what, we've done our time, let's do something else. So it was a bit like that. So the final retreat, we had over 20 people at the retreat, and normally we have about 13, 14, 15. That's enough for me. So we all had our work cut out for us, all of us, Ajahn, myself and Bettina. So we had to work, on a slightly different level. So at 23 people, I had to give a healing session to every one of them. So that's 23 hours straight away before I start. Not included in the talks that I would give through the night and the day. So it was let's say not. It was a little challenging, but I enjoyed it. I love the challenge. Anyway, we'd finished the retreat, and the final evening was normally my ceremony. It's I hate even saying the word ritual now because it's so tarnished with evil. But it was a ceremony, a blessing, flower blessing. Now, whenever you create a circle, all I can say is that magic happens and anybody can do it. So I kind of learned the circle from about 6 or 7 shamans that I'd met and seen practicing this energy of the circle, of the ritual. And I got really, I shouldn't say the word good, but I got used to it and I understood it. I understood the power of the circle. My understanding of a circle was when you bless the circle and you put an infinite energy, power in that circle, when you bless it to its highest level, when you create crystals and oils all around that circle with natural flowers with rice, with all the things that I used to do to prepare it, and all the candles. What I recognized over the years is that anybody who came into the circle, anything that was attached to them wouldn't come in, or so I thought. So imagine, after 23 sessions over these few days, all the talks I gave, and you know, looking after, you know, the beautiful souls who were there through the day and night, I'd got to the point where I was a little bit tired, as you do. You get tired. But I kind of looked up and said, okay guys, this is the last night. I've got to do my best here. Got to call for spirit, got to really work hard. Anyway, the circle was there. It was 23 beautiful souls. It was night time, and all you could see is the beautiful, I think there was about 100 candles. It was beautiful, and I invited them into the circle one by one, where they'd sit in a seat, and then I would cleanse and clear them, and whatever came out. Whatever was necessary that I had to say was said. The healing that was given was in the moment. Well, one lady, particular lady from Korea, she came in, and there was an attachment that I didn't realize was still with her. And there was a lot of kind of screaming, and it was quite heavy. And then I realized that the attachment had actually come into the circle, which was kind of shocking for me. Never seen that before. And so I had to deal with that. So I dealt with it like I would do a healing session. And there was a lot of screams and stuff, and I asked all the participants, would they join in and help me send healing into the circle? And they just knew what they were doing. They instantly sent healing and prayers, and yeah, after a while, it felt like a while, but the negative energy was gone then, and that was great. So I continued, and we finished, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, gosh, I can't remember, but we finished, and everybody went to bed. It was really lovely, a lot of tears. It was really beautiful. I've got to say, it was really beautiful. They're my favourite parts of doing the retreats. So I went to bed proud, but exhausted. It was not until about half an hour later, when I was lying down, it wasn't that hot, I started like realizing I was sweating. And I thought, well, that's strange. It's not even that hot. I know we're in Bali, but I'm used to it. It's not that hot. And I starting to continuing to sweat. Then all of a sudden I got this pain which ran up my arm to the back of my neck and up here into my head. And I'm thinking, this is weird. And then I started asking my body, what's going on? And my body was saying, well, you've been to the gym. And I thought, whoa, yeah, it feels like I've just been to the gym and I've been pumping a lot of heavy weight. So my body was kind of spasming. And all of a sudden my fingers started like tingling like crazy. Weird sensation. And then I realized I was having a heart attack. The only thing that popped into my mind was my little Hugo grandson had just been born. I hadn't even seen him yet, and I was planning to go back soon as I'd done this retreat. And all I kept thinking is, I haven't even seen my grandson. And I kept looking up, saying to my mum, I don't want to go yet, and I was kind of praying, and then I did self-healing through the night. Lasted 8 hours, profusely sweating. I mean, it was pretty strange. But after them 8 hours, I was fine, and I fell asleep. I don't know, was it about 5 in the morning, something like that, quarter to 6. I know I only got a few hours because Bettina came and woke me up and says, everybody's leaving. And I said, Bettina, I can't come out. She says, Mark, you've got to come out. And I said, I'm not good, look at me. I don't want to upset anybody. Anyway, she managed to get me out, and I went out and I gave everybody a hug, and one of the ladies could clearly see I'd gone through a heavy night. And I remember putting my head on her shoulders like that. And we had a real strong connection, a kind of soulmate connection, both of us. She was from Hawaii, beautiful soul. And I could feel her healing me without, I felt like I was at home. And she felt so like my mom, or like that beautiful energy of comfort. She was an amazing soul. All of them were amazing. Every one of those ladies were amazing. Lady from Korea, she was incredible. What a beautiful energy. But yeah, sometimes we do get attachments. It does happen. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just these things happen for many reasons. Anyway, everybody went. I started to rest. And everybody left. And I think I went to another hotel. And I remember ordering a Scoopy motorbike. And me being me, I didn't rest for that long. I got on the Scoopy motorbike and I looked up and I said, okay, wherever you want to take me, Bali, just take me. I'm yours. Set driving off. And I'm off for a few hours. I'm driving and here and there. And I ended up at a place called Canggu. And Canggu is very close to the sea. And as I'm driving on this beautiful, beautiful small road, on both sides are the most gorgeous, beautiful, lush rice fields. And I was just smiling inside saying, I'm so thankful to be alive. I was so thankful to do that retreat and that everybody received so much from it. And for some reason, my eyes caught this wooden kind of hut. And I don't know why, but it was on this side of the road and I'm riding it and like, I pull over. I'm getting drawn to it. So, no reason why. I pull over, get off the motorbike, take my helmet off and walk towards this wood hut. And it had a glass front, but it was all mucky, dusty. So I looked through. And what I saw in this kind of empty room with a few little bits and pieces was something so beautiful at the back of the room. I was absolutely blown away. And you know them moments when you know that you feel a connection for something, whether it's a painting that you go into a museum. Out of all the paintings, you're just drawn to one. It felt like that. Or maybe if you've gone to my website and feel drawn to a crystal, there's a connection, there's a reason. We don't know why, but it's normally for the good of you. And the energy of what I was looking at was a life-size sculpture carving of teak wood. And it was depicting a most amazing Ganesh. Now, I have a fondness of Ganesh. I've got Ganesh down here. That's a Ganesh there. Not amazing carving, but pretty. I like it. It's a beautiful Ganesh. I love it. So it's there. Nobody really sees that, but I like it. But this was something on another level. It was a masterpiece. And as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. And I didn't have much money and I knew I couldn't afford it. But for some reason, I just looked at this beautiful Ganesh for, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 minutes thinking, wouldn't it be lovely to have it? Wouldn't it be amazing to have it? And I was talking to this piece of wood and I looked at the carving on it. I thought, this is really being done out of love. The carver was a master carver. Anyway, it was lovely and I was so glad to see it. Nobody was there. The door was locked and there was no way I could find out who the owner was because there was grass behind it. So it was like there's no house or anything anywhere near. Just this shack. So got on my bike and went off and did another daily video for you guys. Yeah, I went back home, came back home and I spoke to a friend, Wayan. I said to Wayan, Wyan, I said, I don't know how, it might have been 3 or 4, 5, 6 months later. I said, Wyan, there was a strange feeling, and I keep getting these dreams, and I keep thinking about a certain thing that I saw in Canggu. And Wyan lives in Canggu, and Wyan said, what is it, Master Mark? Stop calling me! Does he call me Master? I don't know what he calls, but something like that. It was just being so nice. Oh, Papa, that's right. Papa Mark. Papa Mark. I said, oh, okay. So I said, there's a road that goes straight on, and there's a wood hut. And I said, and in that wood hut, he says, oh, Mark, yes, I know the man who owns it. He's a beautiful man. And I said, I don't suppose you could talk to him and see if there's any way that he might want to let me take it off his hands and look after it, and see if it may be for sale. Anyway, it ended up being for sale. I didn't have the money, I couldn't afford it, so it was just left at that. Time goes on, another month, 3 months, 6 months, another year. I keep having these dreams about this Ganesh. I mean, why? There's tons of sculptures all over. Why this guy? Why do I keep feeling it? Anyway, business started to improve, and I thought maybe I could invest in this Ganesh. So I said, Wyan, do you remember that Ganesh? He said, yeah. I said, are you still in touch with the owner? He said, yeah. I said, could you maybe ask him if it's still available? He's sure, he said. So the dream that I had of this Ganesh is quite unreal. And the doorbell went this morning, and I opened it. Do you want to see? Come on then, come and have a look. Okay. Say hello to the beautiful master carving of Ganesha. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I don't know how old it is. There's definitely age to it. And it's been done by a master carver. But we don't know how many years old. But isn't that just divine? He's a lucky boy. So that's the story of my new beautiful carving, which I will now appreciate with all my heart. You've heard the cliche, well, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I've got to have some pleasures. Yeah, and a lot of people say to me, oh, are you Hindu or something? Are you religious? No, I'm not religious at all. But I do love the stories. I do love the stories. I love the gods, how many gods there are, come on. If you've ever been to Bali, you certainly know what a ritual is, because they're always doing the ceremonies. There's always a ceremony for this god, that god. They must have thousands of gods. But Ganesh, there's just something, I don't know, something special. You've all heard about the story of Ganesh, I guess, right? Or maybe you haven't. Anyway, that's another story, but yeah, look into it. It's a funny story. It's one of those old stories, but yeah, I will treasure it with all my life. I was thinking about putting it behind me here, but you wouldn't really see it because it's so long. The fact that it's long, you would only see kind of maybe its belly or whatever. You wouldn't really see it properly. But anyway, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, that's it. I wanted to share that little story with you about things that happen, and we don't really actually know why they happen and why we have these feelings. But I've had this before, and I was only 12 years old, and I used to go to a little second-hand shop, and it belonged to Mrs. Singh. Loved Mrs. Singh. And I used to bring second-hand bits and pieces, and she had a shop, a corner shop on a busy main road called Sundial Emporium. And Mrs. Singh was married to a Sikh, a beautiful man. He taught at the university, very intelligent man. And Mrs. Singh was Jewish, and a beautiful couple, right? Back in them days, a Jewish with a Sikh, yeah, it's like you've never heard of it. But for me, that was really beautiful. I thought it fascinating. And she used to buy lots of bits and pieces off me. And I kid you not, I said this from the bottom of my heart. I knew that shop was going to be mine one day. And I don't know why, I just had a connection with the shop. It was strange, but I just knew it was going to be mine. I could see the future. I could feel the future. It was mine. This shop's mine. I just knew it was going to be mine. And one day came that Steve Martin said to me, Mark, did you know Sundial Emporium's coming up for sale? And I said, no. He says, yeah, Mrs. Singh's finishing soon. And yeah, Mrs. Singh said, I'm selling it to you. Loads of people wanted to buy it. She wouldn't sell it to anybody else. She sold it to me. Even her son says, no. It's worth more than that. Don't sell it to him. She says, no, I want Mark to have it. I ended up taking over the shop and making it even more beautiful and calling it Exhibit. And we sold sculptures in there and all sorts of beautiful antiques and reproduction furniture, and did very well. So that was an interesting one, because I look back now and realise sometimes you do just know these things. And I just knew with all my heart one day that as soon as I saw the Ganesh, I thought, that's going to be mine. I'm going to have that one day. And it's not out of ego. It's not out of knowing. It's just it is out of knowing. You just know. Oh, that was a bird. Little birdie just flying into the energy in the room. Happens. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little story. Yeah. Love you all. Have a great day. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com. And if you've been waiting for your Moldavite trios, I put some here now. Look at they absolutely. Can you see them? Absolutely divine. Yes, I know you can see some behind there. Oh, you've seen them now. Yes, you've seen them now. Libyan Desert Quartz. I shall talk about them very soon. And it's a very interesting chat. It will be. Okay, guys. Love you all. Have a most amazing day. Let me get back to work. I've got some bombs over there that I need to work on too. Look. These are beautiful bombs. These are Tektite bombs. These are excellent right now. If you are going through stress or worry or anything like that, I purposely hunted them down because they're fabulous. Keep one in your pocket. Incredible. So I'm putting them up as well tonight. I think that's it. I wish you a lovely day. Take care, and some exciting things coming up very shortly. Take care.